Am I really? Is this already happening? I realized, like an idiot, like a troglodyte, that the same control, the same function for at is my same shortcut that I made for showing the stream. So right off the bat, we're already starting off great, my friends. We're already starting off great. I'm so excited. I can't wait to fucking continue with my life after this. Welcome to a PigCast, my friends. Welcome to another episode. I believe this is officially episode 2 of PigCasts, if you want to call it that. I apologize for that little kerfluffle there in the beginning, but you know what? It's probably going to be a standard thing. It's probably going to be a standard thing to have mistakes, especially when I'm hungover and in desperate need of any liquid that's not with remotely alcoholic. So why are you wearing sunglasses? Are you high or some shit? Thank you for that. I mean, I thought that maybe some Common Core curriculum would have instructed you that based on context clues from the name of the stream being hangover, that of course that would mean that the subject of the stream is hungover, of which he is very much so. So yesterday, unfortunately, I made the mistake of going to a pool party, which was fun. That wasn't a mistake. The mistake that I made was not eating and having way too much to consume in terms of adult beverages, and took way too many shots without shot glasses. That's another thing. Learn from my mistakes. And if you're given the opportunity to take shots, which, by the way, I'm very anti-shots. I hate shots. I hate the idea of wasting liquor like that because you're not enjoying it. I enjoy liquor. So for you to shoot it down, you're not really tasting it. You're not tasting the nuances. So I think shots are a terrible thing. However, one thing that I'm not going to decline are shots. So if you're giving me shots, I'm not going to say no. That's rude. That'd be what some people would consider to be not I guess in my culture, turning down shots, right? I don't know how it is for the Muslim culture, but at least for the Cuban culture, turning down shots is something punishable by death. And I was several times with people pouring things down my mouth like I was some sort of club bitch. So that was my experience yesterday. And at some point, I was hugging a trash can, and I had to be taken home. So that was great. I apologize again, by the way, for the audio being mono. I promise that I tried to fix it from the last stream. And for some odd reason, I think it might be my, whatever my sound card thing is. But yeah, your left ear is definitely enjoying the sultry sounds of my ear. And your right ear is not really enjoying much. But I did that on purpose. It's not a flaw. It's not a flaw. It's a feature, right? The feature, of course, being that you're going to be more aware of your environment. You're aware of the things around you. Right. So if you happen to have like traffic, maybe you're walking, maybe you're outdoors, you could hear the traffic and not just me. So I'm doing it as a safety thing. So you're welcome. You're welcome for that. However, yeah, so that was my experience yesterday. I left my my bike over and I had to pick it up this morning walking over there. And I had a very interesting experience at Starbucks trying to get a coffee to sober me up. And what ended up happening was I ended up just standing there like the emoji. If you look at the standing emoji on iPhone or Android, when the person asked me, hey, man, what do you want? I was just standing there looking at him, not saying anything because I didn't register that they were talking to me. Same thing when I was picking up my drink. I was picking up my drink from the counter, and the guy called my name 3 times. I didn't say anything because I was just lost in myself. I was lost in space because of my inebriation. So that was a fun thing. But everything's fine. Everything's fine, my friends. I came home safe. All right. I woke up to a tremendous news of Tyson Fury. All right. Knocking out Deontay Wilder. That was fun. That was good. Unfortunately, I didn't watch the fight because I was too busy having beer nightmares. But you know what? I think it was overall good. It's a good thing because I got it out of my system. I haven't drank in a while. I've been trying to enjoy. It's a switch on the front of the Focusrite. Let's see if you're correct in that assessment. And if not, maybe you ruined the audio for the whole stream. No, no, there's no. There's one for instrument. It says line and instrument. So I don't know if it's that. That's exactly it, by the way. That's exactly the way I was standing, Boulder Guy Y. Your particular emoji is the exact way I was standing in the line at Starbucks, just like this. I'm gonna take out my shades, by the way. They're really annoying. Um, I did it as a bit, less for the function, because I could still see, like, light doesn't bother me, so I'm not that terrible. But that was me. That was me standing at the line of Starbucks today, having my name called 3 times and not registering what it is that I was seeing. It's great. It's great. I recommend for everyone to at least go through one terrible drunk, right? Terrible drunk episode just to get it out of your system. And here's the thing, though. Here's the thing, and why I think that a lot of people that drink are liars. Because I got to the point yesterday where I would consider myself to have been blackout drunk, and I remembered everything. I remembered everything, even though my eyes were closed. I remembered absolutely everything, from the car ride to my house, from people checking on me. I remembered absolutely everything. So all you people that say, "Oh my God, no, I was drinking, I didn't remember anything," you're a liar. You're a liar. You're trying to deceive people and use the booze as an excuse for you to do shitty actions. I'm on to you. I'm on to you. I don't think I've ever been more drunk than yesterday. I like your RGB gamer mouse. Thank you. It was given to me, right? Because my previous computer had mouse issues. And this is, it's like an imitation Five Below gamer mouse. So I appreciate that you appreciate my gamer mouse. Yeah, this is a mono only stream. This is mono only because, like a retard, I thought I fixed the stereo issues, and it says stereo, by the way, on OBS, but maybe I have to change the plugins on the actual device here on the computer. But that's fine. That's good. It's production value. That's standard of this particular stream. One thing that I mentioned on the Discord, I don't know if any of you guys got that notification. If you're part of the Discord community, I don't check it. I don't check my Discord. I'm a terrible person when it comes to that. I'm awful when it comes to messages, text messages. I'm awful when it comes to calls. I'm terrible. Although now, as of late, I've been picking up every single phone call that's a spam call because I want to waste their time. But we'll get to that later on in the stream. So if you have any sort of links, any interesting videos that you want me to check out, leave it in the Discord. I believe the link is in the description section. You could find the invite there. And that's just because YouTube doesn't allow for links in the comments section. So if you have any links to interesting videos, I know there are things going on in the Magic community, things going on in the community itself, right? And if you want to leave a link to something interesting, definitely do so in the Discord. And I'll be checking them because I'm live and I have to if you guys have interesting things. However, I usually don't check it. I know. But that happens to every Discord, even one like Illusionist, right? That they had a nice, a good time when their Discord was shooting up and everything was great and activity was high. And now the activity is lower than before. Same thing with mine, only at I would say, an exponential scale. Xavier's is the same, right? It's also the same. So just Discords are hard to do. Right? They're hard to manage, especially with a community as niche like this. Oh, by the way, I also have, I've been taught by Colombians, right? I've been taught by Colombians that the way to get over a hangover is to drink some more. So I'm having a Bud Light Platinum, which, by the way, could be considered water. It's not really drinking. So this is just hydrating myself for that. So I've been taught by Colombians that in order to get over hangovers, which is, by the way, why their life expectancy is probably 50. And that's really stretching it. But they've taught me that you get drunk, you wake up, and then the first thing you do is drink some more. So that way you don't experience a hangover. I'm like, this is how you end up having to renew your tokens every year for sobriety. So let's go through. I'm sorry I've ignored a little bit of the comments here. Let me move them so I can actually see them over here as opposed to having them. And also one thing, my old man eyesight. So now I have to zoom these in so I can read them because my eyesight is shit. I have shit eyesight. Jesus. Nobody told me that aging was this bad, man. I can't drink anymore. I'm 31. Okay, I know I've been coy about my age, but pretty much all my information is already out there to members of anti-fascist organizations that seem to hate my guts. So I'm 31, right? So whenever it comes to me thinking that I'm still youthful and I still have oh my god, I'm still young, I could tolerate drinking. No, you can't. All right, once you hit 30, you start taking daily Tums, you start taking ibuprofen on the regular, right? Things are a little bit harder to do. Maybe your penis is a little bit harder to get erect, right? Than when you were 20 and the wind blew, and you pretty much would be as erect as La Nina, La Pinta, and La Santa Maria, right? You'd be as erect as that. But no, not when you hit your 30s. And it's almost like when it's immediate. It's immediately when you hit your 30s. So the moment I turned 29, I knew that it was coming. I knew the end was coming. And the worst part is that I started drinking when I was 27. So it's only a recent thing. It's not like I've been drinking all my life and I had the tolerance built up. No, I've only recently started drinking, as in the past 4 years. So let me tell you, my friends, things are harder. I thought I had a hernia for a month and a half just because I was lifting something heavy. I don't ever remember when I was less than 30 years old feeling any sort of injury. And I've taken some nasty falls, some gnarly back bumps in my day, falling on shit, getting thrown on shit, having shit thrown on me, right? And none of that, none whatsoever. But then now that I'm 30, things linger. Or past 30, things linger. I'm not a fan of that, man. I'm not a fan of things lingering. And I've realized now that I have to bring the chat back here so I could read it because it's too small over there, even though I increased the size. I'm going to start having to increase the font size on my phone now. That's the life I'm living. Once you gain drinking experience, you know how to properly consume tons of booze and not be dying 5 minutes later. Yeah, but you're also a fat ass. You also always have a layer of food inside of you. I didn't have anything. I had what? Cauliflower rice, and black beans, a can of tuna, and an orange from the night before. That's all I had in my system. And then what I started eating the day of the pool party hangover experience is I started eating shots of whatever the fuck they poured down my throat and Bud Light that I spiked with Four Loko pregame. So that's what I was consuming, which was a huge mistake. So let me see. I thought you were 47. Thank you for that. Shout out to Santa Cruz, Damian Delgadillo. Maybe. Although I have beef with Californians talking so much shit about Florida. They always talk so much shit about Florida. And it's like, we're better than California. I'm sorry to inform you guys, but Florida is way better. South Florida, North Florida, any part of Florida is better than any individual millimeter of California. And I say that without any sort of hyperbole whatsoever. So maybe you might occupy the only space in California that's worthwhile, right, Damien? But as a whole, California is generally not a fun place. Let me see what else here. I'm sorry. PigCake, favorite coffee cards, dude. My favorite coffee card, dude. I don't know what you mean by that. Craig Petty, yes. Stu Batman says, did you see Craig Petty stopped his rants video? It's a shame. It's a shame, I gotta say. Unfortunately, I do enjoy the rants more so than his other videos. Right? Yeah, it's from years of not taking care of yourself. Thank you for that. I've taken care of myself most of my life, okay? I'm taking care of myself not to do any stupidness. The only vices that I have, I would say, all right, cigars and the occasional whiskey. But I see now that the occasional whiskey in the form of having bottles poured down your throat is not healthy. I was passing by the trash can near me, and one thing is that I got to the point of being hammered where I didn't want anybody near me, right? So people were checking up on me, which is very sweet, but I don't want that, right? I'm in my own space. It's almost like a safe space in college, but within my own body, right? So I'm good. I know that I'm fine. In my head, I was rationalizing everything. I wasn't drunk in my brain. I was drunk in my body. Like there was a disconnect between my body and my brain because my brain was saying, literally, I was saying, dude, fucking just relax. You're good. You're fine. If you need to throw up, there's a trash can in front of you, but relax. And my body was like, no, dude, I'm dying. I'm slowly dying. This is not what it's supposed to do. So my body kept moving in odd positions, and people kept asking me, dude, is he fine? Or people kept asking my friends if I was fine, and I was fine. I was fine internally. However, physically, I was not fine at all. And I came home and I apparently threw all my stuff on the floor. I emptied my bag. I slept in the same clothes that I went to the party with, and I kept waking up after having feverish alcohol dreams. So, I mean, it was an experience, but I think it's a necessary one. It's definitely a necessary one to have if you want to learn about your body's limits when it comes to the consumption. But the Craig Petty, unfortunately, right? Craig Petty stopped doing his magic rants, which is unfortunate. Those were my favorite videos on his channel. I love the reviews that he does with Rylan. I love his. There's also the interviews that I watch, but the rants were my favorite. The rants are the ones that I watch consistently, and I get it, right? But at the same time, I think that unfortunately, some people don't like to have that interaction with negativity, whereas I thrive in negativity. My whole channel is based essentially on negativity. So whenever I get it, I guess it's justified because I'd had it coming. So Craig doesn't really want to deal with that. And I understand that. That's fine. But I do think that he's insightful when it comes to his rants. And I do think that his rants come from a place of, well-established knowledge in magic, and he's obviously very talented at what he does. So it's kind of unfortunate to see them stopping. Literally right before, I was just watching Dave Penn. He had an interview with Dave Penn just now, and I was watching it as I was setting up the stream, and they were talking back and forth about what's going on with that. I haven't finished it, so I don't know what's going on, if they're going to do the magic off or whatever. Yeah, it's kind of a shitty thing. But I don't know. His content is still great, right? He still puts out a shit ton of content. Like, goddamn, bro, relax. But I understand his reasonings for not doing them. Maybe I should fill in that void and have Friday Magic Rants to take up where he's lacking, and bitch and moan about things, because I have plenty of things. I don't think I'll ever stop having things to bitch about in the magic community. But let me not hide, because I had to scurry through and find this shirt, so I don't want to hide it with beverages there, right? My feminist magician shirt. Did you watch the new Best of the Worst? They did a Murphy's Magic VHS on the Balducci levitation. Yes, I saw it. I think you're the one that recommended it to me, Michael. And I watched it, and I love Red Letter Media. I love their I'm not a fan of the Best of the Worst, because that guy laughs way too much, and it's really fucking obnoxious, because the way he laughs is almost as if he wants to laugh to end up on the camera, right? But I love what's the other series they do where it's both of them, just the two main dudes, where they have the skit in the house where they're VHS repairmen. That one is the one that I watch consistently. But as far as that one, let me see if I could actually find it here, as a matter of fact, seeing that I have the ability now, my friends, to check out content here. So Red Letter Media, right? Red Letter Media. They actually did a bit on I believe not Michael Murphy. Michael Maxwell is his name. So he did A1 Magic in the late 90s, in the 2000s. He was doing a bunch of stuff. He has some wonderful... If you ever seen Green Magic, the original series with Leonard Green, that's him that produced that. So he did some classics in the world of magic. And I believe he passed away maybe 4 years ago, which is kind of a shame. Half in the Bag, there you go, is the one. You get used to Rich's laugh. I haven't. I fucking hate it. Every time I hear it, I'm like, I'm glad that they kill you 9,000 times in Half in the Bag. But so they did a video, because they always get VHS tapes. And somebody also told me that they did one with Joe Reinfleich that does the rubber band stuff. I also do rubber band stuff. Although now, for some reason, I guess in my infinite hangover, I left my rubber bands over there, my dick-shaped rubber bands. But I'm also competing with Joe Reinfleich in the rubber band game. But they get magic videos from time to time, and they're pretty fucking hysterical. So let me see if I could find it here. Best of the worst. But they spent quite a long time talking about it too, which is interesting because I didn't know that they were going to allocate so much time to specifically talking about that particular video. But of course, it's 90s. It's like you're selling yourself up for failure. It's a levitation DVD. It's him teaching, I believe, the Balducci levitation, right? Which in itself is already fucking cringy as it is. So imagine having Michael Maxwell, who's this very tall, sort of nerdy-looking dude. He's wearing like khakis that are way too big for him, and yeah, you're gonna get ripped a new asshole by people, and they just rip a new asshole on him. So hold up, I'm loading now. I hate that on Edge, on Microsoft Edge. There's no ad blocker, right? And I'm not trusting doing an ad blocker on this shit. So I have to go through a bunch of fucking ads on this in order to watch this. What are people saying? Which laughing? That's what it feels like. Tim is my favorite. Start with junk magic tricks or magicians that don't use what they sell, strictly used for commercial purposes. No, I have plenty of things to rant about. You shouldn't worry about that. But as far as his rant, I mean, obviously I can't, just take over his show and be like, hey, these are Friday rants. But I have rant videos in the same sense that he'll do them, just long form videos like he did. But okay, so hold up. So this is, let me see if I could go to this and show you what it is that I'm talking about right here. So quality, I'll put it at 420. I'll put it at 480 because I'm not trying to really fucking push my T-Mobile 5G internet. I'm really not trying to push it that hard. But let's see if I could do a nice little transfer here, as I did accidentally in the beginning of the show. So look at that. Production value, my friends. I was on the Lost Art podcast recently, and I was astonished as to how many little things they had that were hysterical. At some point, they had a transition to this pancake thing, but it went on for like 45 seconds, and it wrecked my asshole. Wrecked my asshole for how long it was. So this is the video that you're referring, Best of the Worst on Red Letter Media. I love fucking Red Letter Media. They do movie reviews, but sometimes they get some cringy magic videos in their little box of shit, and this is one of them.
How the fuck?
Hello, I'm Mike Maxwell, and welcome to the self-levitation video. For centuries, magicians have sought to create the perfect illusion of self-levitation, and many elegant and deceptive methods have been created, culminating with David Copperfield's incredible...
The only illusion here is his hair.
Before I get into the real work behind David Roth's presentation of the Balducci levitation...
How much can you talk about?
You stand on one foot.
Simple
We
thing.
got it.
Had an interesting...
Hold up, let me do this here and change the so I could see the actual fucking comments that you guys leave. But what I love about that is that it's so fucking 90s. It hurts. Like, it's so 90s that it hurts me physically watching that, just because of that's the shit that we watched. I mean, that's how I grew up watching this shit. I grew up watching him, and I grew up watching all the Rob Stiff Magic Makers Inc. videos, and they're that fucking cringy, right? And what I love about, magicians is that they deceive themselves into thinking as to how powerful certain things are. I had a little slur there, but how powerful certain things are, right? So they delude themselves into thinking that the Balducci levitation is legitimate. So let me see if I could go back to that, right? Look at that. Production quality, my friends. That's what this show is made of. That's what I'm talking about. Bombastic, dynamic, right? You don't get that on other channels, right? Chris Ramsey's doing Twitch streams. I don't see that level of production value on Chris Ramsey's Twitch streams, right? You only see that on PigCake's live streams. That and seeing what it's like to watch short men have hangovers. So this is what they shit on, essentially. But I don't know if I had this tape. I don't know if I ever had this tape in particular, because I had the one from Magic Makers Inc. where they essentially teach you how to punt a football and then go to the right stance to get in position to do the Balducci levitation. Everybody knows what you're doing. Everybody knows what's going on. You're fucking standing on one foot while lifting the other. So I don't understand how magicians have fooled themselves into thinking that this is something that works. It doesn't.
method. What he would do is turn around and grab his pant legs, he would perform the illusion, pulling up on the pant legs, making it seem as though he pulled himself up by the pants. Another way you can do it is as an impossible stunt.
Yeah, and then they go back, I believe, in a little bit. They refer back to it, and they really rip him a new asshole. By the way, they go at him really hard, saying that he's a retard and his dumb kids and shit. I'm like, God damn, bro, give him a little bit of a break here. And they of course refer to the David Blaine one. Let me tell you, when I was younger and I watched that shit, man, that fucking changed me, dog. That fucking changed me, bro. Seeing that motherfucker, that Puerto Rican motherfucker, levitate on the street and seeing the reactions that he got, I lost my fucking shit. I was like, how? How is this a thing? This is what I thought. Funnily enough, my first magic trick that I ever saw in my entire fucking life was this, the Balducci levitation in the parking lot of George Washington Carver Middle School, where somebody told me that he was going to levitate. And funnily enough, in this video, they mention as to how much time Michael Maxwell spends in building up the trick. So building it up to the audience, like, oh, sometimes I could do this when I have enough energy, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it. And you build it up so that they misremember how high you got. And they go, oh, yeah, this guy got, you know, he floated this high. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. You went up this high and you fucking stepped up on your other foot. But he talks about that, which is what happened to me. This kid built it up the entire day, shows it to me, and then I thought it was shit. But it's funny enough that maybe he had the same tape, and he was doing the same exact thing that Michael Maxwell said.
So that's how they stretch the video out, is with all these little details. Mm-hmm. But it's stand on one foot.
They wore the most luxurious of socks. Well, that one dude did.
He had some pretty comfy looking socks.
He had some nice socks.
He knew he was going to have his shoes off on camera. He wore the nice socks.
The bigger, fluffier socks, though, are more distraction. And then same with your pants. You want those big, pleated, flowing 1980s pants.
Yeah.
He makes a point of saying
Those are going to make a comeback, by the way. I'm sure those are going to make a comeback in terms of pants, because we've come full circle on fashion. Right now, I think we're hitting 70s, 80s style fashion. But eventually, I feel like that's going to make a comeback. Things like that, baggy pants, baggy shorts. That's just a matter of time till that makes a comeback. But that was on Red Letter Media. They've done a couple before where they point up magic tricks. And this was before Michael Maxwell had his mustache. So I'm sure that had he had that mustache, they just sort of went to town on his appearance, similar to that of a pedo. But it's a great show, and I love watching it just because, man, they really fucking go in on these movies. Let me see what I skipped here. Watching you watch RLM is surreal. My goal in life is to end up on Red Letter Media somehow. Just make a movie so shitty that I end up on Red Letter Media. Guilty. Now I'm Mrs. Weinstein and currently engaged to my bunkmate. It's easy to whistle from a different hole now. React to bad magic stuff. If you have bad magic stuff, send it to me on my Discord. I personally don't look up magic often. From time to time, I'll look at the Magicians Only Facebook. If I maybe want to find some content, like a magician bitching about how coins can be considered racist, how using Chinese coins, which I just found hysterical. Because again, the point wasn't to bring attention to cultural appropriation. His point was, hey guys, I'm better than you. I'm bringing awareness to this issue. You're not even thinking of this issue. You should be ashamed of yourself. That was his point. Not that he cared anything about the Chinese stuff. And even had a bunch of Asians, magicians, post rebuttals on the comments saying, yeah, no, the only people that have an issue with this are white men and white women. Like, nobody fucking gives a shit. Like, I don't know why you're making a big deal. And he goes, I think it's important to bring attention to this. So that's what I find on Magicians Only on Facebook. But I don't look up magic stuff. I really don't. So what I want to do from now on to these streams is I want to have you guys. I want to see what you guys are looking at, the stuff that you guys happen to care about in the magic community. And unfortunately, since YouTube doesn't allow for links, fortunately, they don't allow for links because it'd be full of I believe, some form of pornography and probably some advertisements to their own channel, like, hey, check out my videos. Check out my videos. Hey, check out my videos. So a lot of that. But that's what Discord's for. So if you want to leave some hot stuff, the link is there. I never check it. I only check it like in terms of this, like this. This is when I'll check it. So that's just me being transparent here. Am I out of focus? I feel like I put the box way too low. Either way, production value, my friends. That's the production value that you find on this show. Sounds like a boring life stash. You're talking about oh, that's funny because you have, speaking of mustaches, the fancy stash is over here. So we're talking about mustaches, and then funnily enough, fancy stash shows up. But I remember seeing all those old tapes, man, from Michael Maxwell, and seeing all that old shit. There were really some good classics, but man, they were just dripping in that 90s cheese. Virtue signaling causes me physical pain. It causes me pain. It causes me pain to look at that because it's obvious what he's doing from his comments. It's obvious, right? You could easily just say like, hey, actually, no, not even. I'm trying to think of how that would be an issue to bring it up because it's such a non-issue that the only reason why somebody would bring that up is because you're trying to bring attention on yourself. That's it. You don't give a shit about the issue. So it's just, hey, remember me, guys. I just found that to be fucking ridiculous. And that's just one of many that I've seen on the Magicians Only Facebook page. So you get some good quality there, but this is just, it is. I mean, I get that you could use your, stuff to point out pertinent issues in the planet, but you really think that people care about who uses what coins in the context of coin magic tricks? Are you out of your mind? Jesus fucking Christ, man. Get some dick, man. Get some dick. That's my recommendation. But I made that video not so long ago about it in terms of providing some commentary on that particular thread, right? Because it was pretty funny because you had some people going back and forth, some people agreeing with him, other people, most of the people thankfully are there disagreeing with him and that dumb points. And that was a fun one. That was definitely a fun one. But those, I don't find a lot of those on the Magic Cafe. Magic Cafe is more like specific trick based. It isn't general stuff based, or at least I haven't found it. And I really want to find other Magic forums. I feel like there are way other forums that I could find some fun stuff in, but I haven't found any yet. So again, that's where you guys can come in. If you have any forums or any places that are rife, is that the word, with content that your boy could potentially make videos on. I always love finding new forums and new Magic discussion boards where people just talk about ridiculous things. Especially the one that comes to mind also is the purist conversation, where some guys are like, I don't like using gimmicks because I'm a purist. It's like, really? This is a line you're drawing in the sand? I can't imagine something more virgin-y to come out of somebody's mouth related to Magic than that. So that was pretty rough. Let's see. Do you like those slacks, Pig? I'm a fan of those slacks. I used to wear those slacks. Obviously a little bit more tighter. I think that my favorite thing on a female, I found it now, is khaki shorts. Now walking around, right? I've been walking 8 miles a day. So I see things, right? Some black guys shouted me out from their car, which was odd. I'm not used to that. And I've mentioned this before, by the way. I've mentioned this before, that if you're in the hood and somebody says, hey, man, what's good? It doesn't mean what's good. It doesn't mean what's good. And me, I'm naive, right? So I'll go, oh, man, not much, just here. So I'll respond to it. But what's good is like a confrontation. So you don't want to respond to what's good. Or, hey, man, what time is it? You don't want to respond to those questions if you're in the hood. I wasn't in the hood, though. I was in a very nice part of town walking on a very prominent street here. And some guys drove by in, I think, the same car that Jabrizi had in that lit video. And they go, hey, man, what's good? And I'm like, that's not good. That's not good. I don't like that. I don't like that. Funnily enough, I was talking to my mom at the time. And she goes, did they leave? Did they leave? Are you good? And she's like worried because some guys said what's good from a car, which is never a good sign. That's not a good starting phrase, right? Because usually it's what's good followed by rat-tat-tat, rat-tat-tat, and then I end up on Channel 7 News. So, but I responded. I said, "Hey man, not much, dog. What's up?" Like that. I responded like that. So again, me being naive and responding to that sort of stuff. But another thing that I've seen are a lot of very attractive women wearing khaki shorts. That's my thing now. Khaki shorts are my thing, and khakis in general, right? Older women. Don't think I'm checking out the young ones. All right, but older women, my age, khakis. Man, I'm a fan of that. I think I found my fetish in khaki pants. But that was an interesting little scenario that I came across. I've also come across couples arguing. That's another weird thing. More common than you think, right? Especially in public. But I don't know. I thought that you would keep that to your own personal life and in your own the confines of your home. No, in public, just out loud, violently in front of each other. Like, this is fucking why. This is why. It's like, nobody wants to know about your shit. Like, nobody wants to know about your shit. Also, old ladies do this thing where they put the phone on speaker and they're in, public and in front of a lot of people, and they just scream their business at the phone and the speaker. And it's like, what? Like, I don't want to know when your doctor's appointment is. It's not my prerogative to be in the street and know pretty much that you have to go to the doctor's at 1, but you don't know if Miriam's going to be able to take you. I don't want to know that, right? That's not information pertinent to my life. But you made it pertinent to my life because I hear you loudly screaming in my ear. So that was a fun little situation. But khakis, man. I'm a huge fan. Khaki pants, khaki shorts, anything. So that makes me makes me want to call you on my bone phone. You know what I'm saying? Call you on my bone phone and hope that you pick up on your bone phone. So khaki pants. That's I think that's it. That's probably the that and cock ball torture. Those two. Hold up, let me see. Can I do this? That and cock ball torture are my favorite things. Khaki shorts and cock ball torture. CBT. Is it CBT? Cock ball? Yeah, CBT. Porn. People wonder if that's real or not, or if that's legitimate. You make that joke enough. That it's not a joke at this point, Piggy. Not a joke at this point. But I did want to talk about the Craig Petty stuff because that's unfortunate that he stopped the rants. Also wanted to talk about the videos that I posted this week. Posted some fun stuff, a little triumph routine, based on the popular show Squid Game. Which is fun, topical, trending, right? Not as far as my video, but I like that, man. I like that little fun little trick. It's a nice one ahead, easy to do. Good stuff, right? And the other one is a nice justification for doing virgin shuffles, right, in front of people with a reason. So mixing cards in the way that cardistry does kind of looks like you're mixing around a Rubik's Cube. So might as well take advantage of that. Show your skill and do it in the context of a routine. That was the lesson there, really, right? Also posted some good stuff, I believe, on the Patreon side, shilling my own shit. Patreon.com/PigCake, PigCake Academy. Raving reviews all around. Rave reviews all around. Now I find myself mentioned in lists of other similar services online. So I find myself mentioned on forums and stuff. Oh, there's also the PigCake Magic Academy. But apparently I'm competing with a bunch of Brits. Who are apparently doing the same thing. So my competition is like 5 or 6 Brits that are doing that. But then I look at what they're doing, and they only post 1 video a month or 2 videos a month. What? What is that? No. Your boy's posting 5 videos a week. That's the academy, son. Come on. Join that shit. Is that enough shilling? Was that good enough for shilling? Let me go here. Change this out. Okay. I was so confused by the first time a gangster asked me where I'm from. Well, I was born in Appalachia, but I moved to. You need to respond or else you won't disarm the situation. You just build it up. Some people might even be offended that you down on them. No, but I responded. Right? I always respond. I'm a retard. If you call me out from a car, I'll put my head in your car. Right? What's going on? Huh? Oh, you need help? Directions? I'll put my head. I've had people follow me. Right? I had a couple ask me once, "Hey man, do you know where this area is?" And I go, "Just follow me. I'll show you exactly where it is." I'm like, I don't know if they're gonna fucking do anything to me. I don't fucking know that. In my head, I'm like, I'm being helpful. So in this case, people drive by, say, "Hey, what's good, homie?" I'm like, okay, so that could either be followed by 3 gats, 3 caps from a gat, or it could be followed by a, hey man, I'm good. You? Like that, which is what I did. So again, me being naive and not being street conscious. I'm very not. So I'm learning all these techniques, especially when I used to work. I had a fellow person that was from the hood that would teach me the ways of the hood and, tell me things that I should avoid. Like, for example, answering back when somebody says what's good, or answering back when somebody asks you what time it is, or if they could borrow your phone for a sec to make a phone call, things like that I would otherwise be like, sure, here, handing off my very expensive device to somebody to do whatever it is they want with it. Let's see. I always recommend your Patreon for people asking the best place to learn magic. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. Really pride myself in the content over there. It's not just quantity, it's quality. It's stuff that I'm happy with, right? The mentalism one I just put is a fun one. A little bit based on multiple outs and an Acidus Novus. So it's good stuff. It's good stuff. I'm a fan of it. And what I like too is seeing the difference between how people see that when they join it. And then they go, yeah, you're not you're serious on this thing, man. I'm like, yeah, you're giving me money. I'm not going to make dick jokes or black jokes when I'm being paid money. Like, I'm going to take it seriously and hopefully provide you something that you like. Although I do regret not charging more in hindsight for at least one tier, right, for the beginning tier. But that's fine, whatever. I'm fine with it. I'm grateful that I'm even getting anything. So I don't really care much about it. Let's see. I carry a gun now. No more paranoia. Yeah, that's another gun. But then it's like I guess I see it like a toilet plunger. Right, I see a gun like a toilet plunger, in a sense that you don't want to. That reminds me of my favorite clip of all time, which I need to get to right now. When I said in a sense that, but when you have a toilet plunger, right, you're not necessarily going to be guaranteed to use it, right? You just have it there, and it doesn't have a guarantee that it's going to be used. But when you do need it, you're lucky that you had one, right? You're good that you had one. So you want to end up where you have one. You never want to use it. Right, because using it implies that either you filled that motherfucker up or somehow you've clogged it. So it's not a good thing. You never want to use it, but you want to have it in case, right? I guess that's the mentality when it comes to gats. But then again, what do I want? I want a revolver. So I want to have 6 on me. That's it. All I need are 6. So all I want is this, right? Just me going in and fucking busting up 6. And it reminds me of that story of that guy not so long ago that got robbed by here. I think I mentioned this on a stream, but he was taking out money from a bank, a drive-through bank at night, and he had a couple people pull up on him, and he spotted them in his reverse window or the reverse mirror, and he shoots one of them 6 times, right? Ba, 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 ba. Well, 6 times, right? Shoots him. And then drives around to find the other motherfuckers. And until then, it was self-defense, right? It was self-defense until that scenario because they were going to, ostensibly take his life. Then you see the video camera or the recording where he drives back and puts 11 more in him. So he drives back and out of anger, and the dead body puts 11 more caps in this already dead body. So that's a thing that happened. And that was a hard part that he had to justify in court. But I think everything got dismissed, and he didn't have to deal with that. But yeah, so I, for example, my scenario, let's say I'm in that boat, which, by the way, I'd be fucked because he was in a truck. I'd be my motorcycle. So let's just take it from there, right? So I see people in my rear view. I'd have 6 bullets. So there's 3 of them. What am I going to do? 3 headshots? And also, nobody wants to kill anybody. Well, people do, but you don't want to take a life. You don't want to use the gun, right? So imagine I have to go over the fear of the adrenaline of taking it out, of fucking busting caps, right? I only have 6. So that's not a fun situation to be in, but I want a revolver. Just out of the meme, I want a revolver. And they're also pretty inexpensive. They're very cheap for what they are. But could you imagine? You come back and the lawyer's like, yeah, so this is justified. This is justifiable homicide. You were in self-defense. That's clear because they pulled up with the intent. You don't know their intent, actually, but they pulled up with their guns drawn, all 3 of them. So you were defending your life. And then the video keeps playing, and it's the guy with the same truck coming back and putting 11 more bullets in the guy. It's like, we don't know how to defend this one. We don't know how to defend this one, sir. Let me see if I could find a story, as a matter of fact, now, because I could show him. I could show it with the production value that's been allotted to me, thankfully, by T-Mobile and their fantastic internet. That's allowed me to actually have finally a good internet connection that doesn't lag and allows me to show things without worry about that. Have I had any drops in frames? I don't think so. Look at that. Look at that. So Florida man, right? So that's what you got to find up. So Florida man shoots, defend, drive through. I'm misspelling that like speaking of Ebonics. Drive through and death. Let's see. That should be enough. Right? Google should know. Oh, and yeah, I say that, but I'm using Edge. I'm using Microsoft Edge. So Lord knows what they're going to bring back. Florida man shoots, defends, drive through death. Let's see. Edge still hasn't loaded. Thank you, Microsoft Edge. I appreciate you reminding me every fucking 5 minutes to have you as a default browser. Florida man arrested in stand your ground case. Nope, I want this one. Florida man charged with double murder. Nope. Let me see if I could write drive through bank and see if that makes a difference, right? Because it was at a bank and it was here. I think it was here in Miami, as a matter of fact, which was kind of an interesting scenario. But I don't know. I don't know. If I was a lawyer in that particular case, I don't know how I'd be. Oh, maybe the adrenaline from my emotion of getting robbed. But you put 11 more in him, sir. Well, I was really angry. All right. Okay. All right. Well, let's see if we could get you out of this one. Because at that point, what is it? It's something with a dead body, right? So it's messing with a dead body or whatever it's called. Man in drive-through ATM shootout. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. That is what I am talking about right here. So let me see if it's this one. Right. I hope the one thing I hate about news websites is that they all play random videos from just shit. Is this the one? Aggravated battery with a firearm, stepping, which is the BB&T bank, when 2 armed males. Oh, okay, so that's what it was. So let's see if we could show this here. Right? Look at that. Got fucking transitions on transitions in this bitch. So this is what it was, right? It was a man and 2 people with firearms. And then, I mean, obviously I don't want to show the video of the individual getting shot because it's a guy getting killed. And that's not fun to watch. But, yeah, that's the part that was nuts. That he had one gun of his own and fired at one of the suspects who was 16. 16! And doing this dumb shit. Jesus Christ. Lewis jumped out of his truck and continued to fire. And then grabbed Clark's gun and drove away. Then a few minutes later, this is where at first it's justifiable, right? You're defending your life. And let's see. So it says Lewis returned and fired Clark's gun more than 10 times at him. Oh, he was on the phone asking for help. So imagine they're calling 911 and you're saying, oh, yeah, I was just robbed. I had to kill a guy. And, well, what are you doing now, sir? I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. It sounds like you shot him 10 more times. Nope. I'm not doing that. What makes you think I'm doing that? I'm not doing that. So yeah, so that's odd. That is definitely odd. But that happened here, right? Which is worrisome because I first of all, I never like using ATMs. I never like using ATMs. I'm always uncomfortable. So I always make sure to use the ones in the branch, and I use them in like time or in times when the bank is open. I don't like going in after hours. Too much shady shit around. So let's see some of the comments that I missed here. Should destroy all guns, go back to swords and shields, and see how many brave cunts we have then. Yeah, you're right. I think we should definitely go back to a system of fucking just swords. But then imagine trying to use your swords to take away the guns from people that, you can't take my guns away. Right? So that's going to be the first hardship that you're going to find with that particular fix, right? It's going to be fucking, oh, let me use my sword to take away the guns from people who are very adamant about keeping their guns, right? That's the first issue that you're going to face. And then the second issue is, well, now look at that. You're living essentially in an anime, right? You're living in a fucking anime with people with swords and shit. So let's see. I carry an NAA Ranger 22 mag. That's hot. That's hot. That's pretty hot. Most people who get shot are with their own gun. That's the most absurd statement I've ever heard. Where are you hearing this stuff? But yeah, that's the other thing, right? Don't just make assumptions. Oh, I've heard that this is true. Where'd you hear it? Well, I heard it from a guy. Source remains anonymous. Oh, what a convenient point to your story that the source is anonymous. Good to know. Good to know that you literally have no what do you call this? No repercussions, right? I think that's how all these magazines get away with saying crazy shit because they just say anonymous sources. And then what? How could you say it's slander? You didn't say it. You're just reporting on what somebody else said. Revolvers are cheap because it sucks. Well, the one that I was looking at, I saw a bunch of people shooting it on YouTube, and I said, yeah, this is a great revolver. But again, the only problem with it is that it's 6 bullets, right? It's 6 bullets. So that's the issue. But I'm not gonna buy it anytime soon. Luckily, I don't think I'm in any position where I'm gonna need to have one on me to defend my existence, right? I say that until the point comes, and it's too little, too late. But I'm also very cheap. I'm also very cheap. That's something that I apparently get from my father. That I'm extraordinarily cheap. So when it comes to things that would help, I buy cheap shit and then I complain when it breaks. So that's something that happens to me almost on a monthly basis. So what's to say about that? Although, look, sometimes it works, right? With this T-Mobile internet, it's cheap. I didn't think it was going to work, and it works. Look at this. Look at that. I got even a Japanese vaporwave commercials playing in the background. Shit's real, my friends. See what other comments here I skipped in my rant. Most people who get away already read that one. Also, you're assuming you are good at aiming. If you haven't trained, I've shot a gun maybe twice in my life. Like, I've gone shooting, and I wasn't super inaccurate. I wasn't super accurate, but I wasn't terrible. But it is jarring when you shoot a gun for the first time, right? Because you always see it on, TV or whatever, and you never actually go through it unless you actually go to range. But man, is it fucked. It's a weird feeling because you're surrounded by people with the same life-stopping power that you're holding in your hand, and you're aiming it. And it's just a worrisome thing to have, and it's just a weird thing to hold. But it's definitely but yeah, that's the other part, right? The adrenaline's pumping. What's to say that you're not gonna you're gonna miss, and you only have 6 bullets? So fuck. I was only joking. Oh, it's not true. Revolvers are cheap because it sucks. What type is it? I'm not sure what type it is. FBI crime statistics. Guns are you also FBI crime stats 660. Thank you for that. If Ty Top Notch somehow joins the chat, I'm sure he'll be dropping those tactically. That's probably what I heard. It UK. It's no. I've seen a bunch of UK memes recently that have kind of killed me. That they are. It's a stab-proof vest, right? And the meme, of course, being that you see the guy violently stabbing the person, and nothing happens because of his vest, which in my head is magic. I don't know how the fuck that works. And it cuts to a guy from the UK trying to buy it, like a bunch of people from the UK, like, give me that, please, because apparently that's a thing over there. We don't know what that's like here, because here we're dodging bullets, right? The stereotype of the United States is that you're walking in the street, you're in the supermarket, and you're trying to dodge bullets. There was that very famous commercial from years ago. I forgot where it was, but it's kids loading up their books in a bag, and things are happening behind the scenes. You don't know what's happening, but each kid is like, I can't wait to go back to school, right? And then you're like, what the fuck? This is weird. And then eventually, oh, you get it. They're in the middle of a school shooting. But they're acting like it's normal because it's commonplace, right? It's not very common, okay? It's not very frequent that they happen, okay? So that's the other part about the UK's making fun of us, as do other countries because of that. We're not dodging bullets in school. Although when I worked at the school, there were a couple shutdowns because of nearby incidents. So I might be talking out of my ass. So that's the other part. I'm not really a credible source. Let's see. Give me a whip. Okay, yeah, I'll give you a whip. Imagine that. So that seems to be the best thing in a fight, right? Imagine if you're a guy and you have a whip, I'm not gonna fuck with you, right? I'm not gonna fuck with you. If you're one of these guys that carries around one of these fucking tantos, these Wolverine claws, I'm not gonna fuck with you. Like, that's immediately the weapon. It's not because of the weapon. It's because of I don't trust this individual. That he's not well in the head. So he's going to do some insane, crazy shit. I don't want to be a part of that. So, you know, as fun as it might be or as stupid as it might sound to have some ridiculous weaponry, I'm not going to fuck with a guy with a whip. Like, if you have a whip on you, it's because you know how to use it. And I don't want to take a chance that you don't know how to use it. I don't want to be around for that. Same thing with any other weird, like, oh, look, I have some Wolverine claws that are sharpened. I don't know if you're in your backyard training every day, just stabbing a tree with your Wolverine claws. I don't want to take that chance. Because then I end up as one of the world's worst statistics in the planet. Man dies due to Wolverine claws through heart. Pierce his entire body. Look at the video on bestgore.com. I don't want to be that guy. But then again, I do ride a motorcycle. So I'm hoping that I don't end up on some ogreish website because of the fact that I got hit by a car that was accelerating way too fast, even though I know what that's like when the car's not accelerating fast at all. And it was a nightmare. So I imagine with any sort of oomph behind the engine, I'm fucked. So that's the other part. And I did drive here today, and I wasn't well. I drove it back. It was in the morning, right? I walked over there. I sweated out all my, hopefully all the booze that I had. But I was still a little bit tipsy. So that was a fun little ride. I never ride when I'm inebriated. I don't like that. I did it once, and I felt a little bit too confident. Doing that because I'm here dropping knee on a cruiser motorcycle when I have a little bit of liquor in me and riding it. I'm like, oh my God, what's this? Woo, let's push it. Ah! You know, I was like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. So I've tried my best not to partake in any sort of alcoholic beverages when I'm riding my motorcycle, just for that fear. And then the worst part is that I'm like a bitch when it comes to riding a motorcycle, right? So I see all these guys weave in between traffic. No, I treat my motorcycle as if it's a 4-wheeled vehicle. I treat it that way because to me that's safe, right? I have buffer, I have space between the cars in front of me, I have space, so I don't I don't lane splits. That's stupid. These people lane splitting on the wrong side all the time. So I'm like, oh, great. You're asking to be turned into fucking ground meat, right? So I'm very conservative when it comes to my riding. So even when I'm hammered and driving my motorcycle, it's happened like maybe once or twice ever. The only thing I'll do, I'll go 70. That's as far as I'll do it. I'll just go 70 or 80 for a little bit and just go, oh my God, that's it. I heard of people that have hit like 200 on their bikes, doing curves and shit on the highway. So I'm a pussy when it comes to that shit. So I'm in less danger than others. But then again, they're still alive. And I'm only doing, my only dumb shit is, I'll just hit 80 for 5 seconds down the street where nobody's at. That's it. That's my, whoa, he's crazy. Whoa, dude. The bigger the gun, the smaller the wee-wee. Yeah, say that to my my RPG 747-6. Directly shipped from Afghanistan. Say that to that when you come into my house when I'm using my self-defense RPG, right? I want you to say that when you come in, and then I hear you trying to fuck with my lock, and then first thing you come out and I have my what do you call this? My self-defense RPG waiting and aimed at your face. Let's see. Fuck. The Hey Corn Pop. I'm in Tennessee also. You ever been to a magic convention in Pigeon Forge? Look at that. I was talking about conventions. I forgot with who. I don't know if it was with Daniel or maybe on one of the streams. Because fuck, man, I hate that I miss. There were a lot of people that I want to meet at Magi Fest. There are a lot of people that I want to meet at Magi Fest, and I didn't do it this year because I hate the fucking ride over there. Like, it's a small plane. It's only small planes that go over there, and it's Ohio, Columbus, Ohio. There's nothing to do there. But there's some in Charlotte that might be interesting. I know that I definitely want to go to Magic Live, although I'm not going to pay for a fucking ticket because the tickets are $500. Suck my dick. Are you kidding me? Yeah, let me pay $500 for a fucking ticket to see magicians. What? Who's going to kick you out? Like, if I'm in the lobby, right? This is a genuine question. If I'm in the lobby of if I'm in the lobby of whatever hotel, I think it's the Orleans, right? Who's going to say I can't be there? Who's going to go, I'm sorry, man, you can't be here. You got to pay for the ticket. Nobody's going to fucking say that. Anybody? Anybody that knows, right? I don't think so. Magi Fest, I didn't pay for the fucking ticket. I got in there. Your boy got in there. I snuck in there, and then I was given the ticket, funnily enough. Yeah, for Magic Live in Vegas, I'm going to try my best to go. Again, I'm a cheap ass, but I'm going to try my best to go. I'm not going to pay for the ticket. That's my intent with that particular convention. And you know what? I'm going to make use of the convention, all right? I'm not going to pay for a ticket, but I'm still going to go through the shit, all right? Who's going to say no? Oh, sorry, sir, you didn't scan it. I'm sorry. As I walk in the same direction that I was previously walking in. Oh, whoops. Hey, sir, I don't see your badge out. Oh, sorry, man. Who's going to stop me? So, yeah, so that's going to be at least one that I definitely want to try my best to go to. And the other one, maybe Tricks. Maybe the Tricks convention in November. Maybe. We'll see. I don't know. I'll have to figure that one out. But I do know that the one in Las Vegas, I definitely want to go. I've never been to Las Vegas in this new form of myself. I've never been to Vegas in that sense. I went to Vegas as a sober, fucking not fun individual, but I've never gone as this fun piggy. So that's one that I want to do. I think it's in May of next year. Steve Brooksy says, can you do a weekly rant video? I think that might save your channel. Thank you, Steve Brooksy. I appreciate that very much. I do intend to do them. I do want to do them to the same sense that Craig did them, right? Seeing that he's stopping doing them. So I'm going to fill his shoes. I'm going to try to fill, hypothetically, his shoes in there and bitch and moan and rant about things that bother me in the Magic community, which is everything. But I do them anyways. I just don't call them Magic rants. I do them anyways, right? Like that video, as I mentioned earlier, when I was bitching about the coin magician, talking about Chinese coins being culture appropriation. That was a rant, right? Now You See Me, that was a rant. So I rant. I just don't call them Magic rants. So, no, but I live close to Pigeon Forge. Yeah, you guys are doing your shit. Yeah, you guys are having your own conversation here about the what do you call this? The fucking Magic conventions. I don't know about many, man. I don't know about many that happen. Funnily enough, I know that Joshua Jay's coming to town in November. So Joshua Jay has, I think, a book tour that he's doing, and he's coming to Miami. I don't know if anybody will be fucking in Miami to do that shit. I don't know any magicians that are here. I've never met. I've only met one, Hugo, who's fucking tremendous. Super sweet guy. Really helped me out with my broken ankle situation. I think he joins the chat from time to time. So he's the only magician I've ever met in Miami. That's it. Like I've never met any other Miami-based magicians. I don't think there are many. I think that they all hide themselves just because they don't want to admit that they live in such a cool city and they do such a lame thing like magic, you know? So then again, I haven't checked, right? I haven't checked. So it's not like I've gone out of my way to go, hey guys, any magicians from Miami, you want to hang out? I haven't done that, which I think that's kind of gay if I do that. But then again, nobody's reached out and said, hey man, I'm from Miami. Let's chill, right? Let's what do they call it? Jam. Let's jam on shit. Right? Nobody's ever told me that. So I don't know if there's any Miami-based magicians. Reach out, man. Reach out. Who knows? Reach out if you're aware of me. I assume that you're kind of cool, right? If you're aware of me and my videos and all this stuff, I assume that you're a cool guy, right? So that's why I don't have a problem saying that. But for example, if I post in a forum like, hey guys, and nobody knows of me or the videos that I make or what do I do, and they go, yeah, man, let's meet up. I don't like that. I don't want that, right? But if you're aware of me, right, and you're from the 305, that's it. That's what I want, right? Because I imagine you're a cool guy. I imagine that you're dope because you like this sort of content and you're a magician. But then I don't want to, run into somebody that takes themselves too seriously and is in a pizza shop in Columbus, Ohio, polishing his cups. I think you take yourself way too seriously when you're doing that. I'll never forget that as long as I live. Being in a pizza place. And I guess it's fine. You're across the street from a Magic convention. People are going to have their cards out. People are going to have some coins. Okay, I get that, right? Whatever. What I don't get is you opening your Magic kit that you brought to the fucking pizza shop and you're polishing your cups while looking at everyone like this. Just doing this thing. Let me see if I can zoom in here. This is what the guy's there polishing his cup. Just judging people. What? You should not be judging anyone polishing your fucking cups and balls in a pizza shop. By very virtue of it being a pizza shop, you're gonna get grease on your shit. Doesn't matter how fucking tight you polish them. But I know what you're doing. You want somebody to ask you about them, and you want to show somebody a trick, but you don't want to say, "Hey, I've been working on this. You mind if I show you this?" You want somebody to come up to you and be like, "Oh, that looks interesting. Show me something." That's what you want. I don't want that people. I don't want to hang out with those people. I want to hang out with, I still remember when the Illusionist guys came here, right? When we came to a couple bars and we were drinking and nobody had cards out. You know, we're all magicians, right? We could all, hey, show me something. Nobody had cards out. We're just talking about shit in life and you know, things around us. We're not talking about playing cards. I mean, eventually magic does come up like, hey, are you working on anything? Yeah, trying to do this thing. And then we talk about magic a little bit, but not to fucking the entirety of the conversation. And we're there for fucking cards doing 37 phases of Sybil, right? You're balancing packets on your nipple rings. None of that. So I want to hang out with those people. I want to hang out with the people that are like, you know, just normal individuals that happen to do magic tricks. That Hugo guy was a normal guy that did magic tricks. Very cool guy. Very cool guy. Piggy's going to be the only magician to shoot up a magic convention. Yeah, definitely. Right? Especially if you try to tell me that I can't join your convention that I didn't pay for. I'm going to be the one that gets an attitude. Like, what? Huh? I'm sorry. Me? I can't walk in here? Why can't I walk in here? Oh, I didn't pay? And? So? Well, people paid. You have to pay. No, I don't. So I'm going to be angry even though it's my fault. I'm going to be angry even though it's my fault. But who's going to say it's just in Magi Fest? In Magi Fest, I was going around without a badge. Right? I was moving around, going from room to room, looking at the convention hall, looking at the lectures. Nobody's going to go, hey, excuse me, sir. Excuse me, sir. Present your badge. Nobody's going to do that. You know what? If Joshua J does that, I'll say, yeah, all right, I'll leave. Because he's jacked. I'm not going to fuck with that. Yeah, let me have a smart-ass attitude with Joshua J, right? Every time I saw him in the Magi Fest, when I went, maybe the last one, right? Or not the last one, the last one. Every time I saw him, he looked more jacked. Like he just literally did more push-ups. Like I swear, every time he knew that he was going to be in public, he probably got a quick pump. And then he was like, okay, let me go and talk to these people. Right? I don't know him, but I'm assuming that. I hope that I can meet somebody that knows him to let me know that. Will there be a new video on Omar's new gaff pack if there is one? Probably, yeah. I don't see why not. I have to make my way up. I think it's 30 minutes north where they live. But it's always fun doing that. They helped me out, and now I'm super happy for his wife. His wife's channel is blowing the fuck up. And one thing that I hated was that she would spend so much time editing their videos. Lady Wake, she'd spend so much time editing the videos and all this shit for like 3 views. Right? And they were really high quality videos of like skits and shit. And same thing with Omar. Omar was spending hours, days editing fucking videos for like 10 views. And I'm like, ugh. But you know, it's great that he's found success selling decks of his own and having really high quality decks. And I didn't even know. I'm sitting on a couple decks that could probably sell for some good coin according to him that he sent me. But as far as his stuff, man, every time I see a little bit of success go his way, I'm always very happy, even if it's also for his wife, because just now she's been doing react videos to like music videos, and some of the videos have been blown up, so I'm happy about that. But I mean, if he wants me to do the gaff pack video, I'll do it. I did that video when he helped me shoot the 50K video, which I believe I shot in November or October maybe. And I didn't hit 50K, but I'm like, let me do it anyways. Fuck it. Right? And I did the face reveal then a couple years ago now. And that same day is when I did the gaff pack video. So that same day I helped him out with the gaff pack video. And I helped him make the gaffs. Because Omar's not a magician. Gentleman Wake's not necessarily a magician. So he's not necessarily super aware as to what magicians want or interesting gaffs. So I helped him out. And there was one there that he didn't fucking listen to me. But I guess that might have been lost in translation there. But he had one that I was very proud of. I was very proud of that the routine that I came up with, that it's a card with his wife and him in one card, and I think another reveal, right? So one of them has a reveal in their hand. So I was very happy with the routine that I came up with that. But yeah, man, he was another one that I remember somebody introduced me to his videos and told me, I've said this before on the stream, but somebody introduced me to his videos and I'm like, how the fuck does this guy not have, you know, 1 million subscribers? His video quality's second to none. Nobody in Magic is fucking caring that much to their effort at that time. Same thing with the Rise Magic Boys. I remember watching their stuff. I'm like, they only had 5,000 subscribers. Now I think they have like 300,000. So they've more than doubled my stuff, which I'm infinitely happy for them that they did that. I told them, I'm like, bro, yeah, for sure, you guys are gonna fucking hit whatever goal you set for yourself, you're gonna hit it before I do, guaranteed. And I'm very happy about that. And now they're doing fucking great. I don't think they live that far from me. So I want to see if I could do a video with them. Them being 7'2", I think they're 6'9" and 7'2". So I'm not that. So that's gonna be a fun little way of doing videos. But what was about the decks and but if he asks me, I'll gladly do the videos for that gaff pack if he does want it. Let's see, Karen, that sounds deeply insecure. Are you talking about the yeah, my rants on saying no to Joshua J because he's jacked? If he tells me no. Stu, why do that on a Magic convention with so many worthless people when there's so many schools nearby with people who actually have loved ones? Thank you for that. Magic fancy stash. I appreciate that. Well-timed shooting joke. What size is that shirt? I'm not sure. Probably a medium, maybe. Either small, medium, or extra large, small, right? But most of my shirts, I believe, are medium to small. So that's my my fit when it comes to shirts. Massive respect to Omar and his wife. Yeah. Again, as I mentioned earlier, every time I see any bit of success go their way, I'm very happy. And even if I could help out a little bit by helping them with the gaff pack video or giving them some pointers as to what gaffs to make, I'm always very happy and grateful that they reached out to me, man. They helped me with that 50K video. I haven't talked to him in a while. I should reach out to him just because he's definitely one of those people that I'm terrible when it comes to messages. I don't respond, and usually, even if it's something that's important, and if it's someone I haven't talked to in a while, it'll just glance over me. But I definitely want to start reaching out to people more often, like X, Omar, just like that, so I don't lose that connection with them and help them out whatever way I can. That would be awesome. Love the Rise Magic Boys. Yeah, another channel. I remember I saw their shit. I'm like, they had timestamps. Everything was high quality, and even the stuff they're doing now. That's doing UFC videos and doing videos for fighters. Fuck, man. Grant Chandler, I believe. But the whitest motherfuckers you've ever seen in your entire life. Just the white bread. They're the Wonder Bread of magicians, but they're fucking great. And they blew up with the ASMR stuff. I still don't get it. I still don't get the ASMR shit, but they blew up with it. But they're doing it in a way that's not gay. I think that's the right way to do it, where you are just the sounds of the cards. That's the ASMR, right? So the sounds of the cardistry. I watch an ASMR guy shaving, right, like on TikTok. That's not weird because it's satisfying. You see the lather, you hear it, the audio quality's high, but when you're fucking tipping and tapping on the shits, stop that. Stop. Get help. I hate that the microphone is half the frame. I hate that, but it's what I have to have here because of the upgrade to video quality, boys. Talk about some fucking upgrades, boys. Let me ruin the thing. Let me go here. Let me go back here. That's adorable, says Oxymoron. Have you read the Jerks article? Dumbest thing I've ever seen in Magic. I have not. No. Is that the one about the recent? I think I disagreed with that one. Let me see if I could find it here. Let me look up fucking Microsoft Edge. Jesus, every time I use Microsoft Edge, I definitely want to consider doing something harmful to an innocent group of people. But let's go here. Let's go incognito. Just in case, right? Even though it doesn't matter because everybody knows my fucking information. Thank you, guys. Okay. You said Jerks. Worst thing in Magic. So let's check that out. Microsoft Edge. My goodness. Do they love to remind me? So, dumbest thing I've ever seen? Is that from 2017 or link it in my Discord, man? Fuck, I've been mentioning my Discord 20,000 times here just to have it as a use to link stuff, right? So is it the one on Discord or is it the one, I'm sorry, not Discord, is it the one from 2017? Oh, it's about Jeff McBride. Okay, let's see. So let me write Jeff McBride. Also, I hate that Edge opens things up in different windows. Like, no, I didn't choose that. Bill Gates. So don't fucking make choices for me. Okay. Jeff McBride. Let's see what the article is about. The dumbest thing I've ever seen is Jeff McBride's. Yeah, you know what? Somebody showed this to me recently. I forgot who showed me to this thing recently. Look at this. Look at this. Hold up. Now let me put the chat on the other screen so I could read it. Right? And then let me go here. And then let me do this right here. Look at that. Look at that. So now let me move this shit. I have so much fucking dumb windows on my stuff. I need to figure out the window management. But this is the dumbest thing I've ever seen in Magic. And yes, I know the exact trick that you're talking about. And I remember seeing that presentation, and I remember like being like, just why, right? So the routine in question is a wonderful one by Chad Long called the Shuffling Lesson. And if you're not familiar with it, it's probably one of the best self-working tricks you could ever do. And it's so simple. All you have to do is just set up the kings and the aces, and you guide them through dealing, right? But you obviously guide them so that they they have the aces on the bottom of their packet, and they deal 4 hands of poker, you know, dealing 1 card for each hand apparently, and they have the 4 aces unbeknownst to them in front of them. You have the 4 kings in front of you. So you go, oh, and through all of that, I managed to give myself the 4 kings, which nothing could really beat. Like, nothing could really beat the 4 kings. So, of course, the whole joke being that they turn over their cards, and they have the 4 aces. So they managed to, even though they cut, they shuffled, they mixed, they have the 4 aces. Wonderful trick, right? And in, I believe, the True Astonishment box, Jeff McBride had a thing with it that was this weird mirroring bit, right? You could see it there. And he decided to add like a little, you're going to mirror me, right? So you're going to mirror me, and you're going to see by mirroring each other's actions, we're going to come to this successful conclusion, whatever it might be. In this case, you found the fucking 4 aces. Or no, but he does it with blackjack. He does it with blackjack, and he fucks the thing. Let me actually, let's watch it. Let's fucking watch it. So apparently he has the link here. So let's see it together, boys. All new production value. That's what I'm talking about. Right? That's what I'm talking about. Again, you can only see things like this on this channel. You're not going to find it on other people's channels. Right? Nobody else does production quality like PigCake. Nobody. All right? So don't give me your Ramses, your Xavier Spades. Don't give me your Justin Millers. All right? Shooting on a webcam in 2021. Okay? Don't give me that. So let's watch this.
Let's see how you did on your very first shuffling lesson. Turn over the top card. Well, a jack in a game in high-low, that's a high card. That's very good, Dan, and you said you didn't play cards. Turn over the next card. A pair of jacks. Now in a game of blackjack or even a game of poker, you got a pair there. Turn over the next card. 3 of a kind, my friend, hard to beat. 4, beginner's luck. Very good, Dan. That's quite astonishing. That is quite astonishing. But Dan, I've been in Vegas for 20 years. And that would explain the 4 aces. But it's better than that. Together, you and I have blackjack across the board. Hey, let's partner. Let's hit the strip.
Yeah, I don't get it. Let's see this. And you see Eugene Berger there. Should I mention something? No. No, I'll just keep it. I'll just keep it to myself.
And most people really do think that's the end of the effect. And now comes the punch, and then the other punch, which is the win-win. In the original Chad Long, I think, strategy, the magician got jacks, and then the participant, student, got aces. That was a choice. My choice was to make this not a win-lose situation, I'm trying to make win-win situations here out of the trick because I think the audience feels better. It already has a you win, then I win, then we both win. And I think it has that 1, 2, 3. And now I say I've been in Las Vegas for 20 years, because I have, and I turn card, and the 2 cards across the board. But, and I kind of stop the applause, together we have blackjack across the board. Let's hit the table.
Yeah, no, that's shit. That is shit. I agree with Andy from the Jerks, right? It's kind of a shitty way of approaching it. And the beautiful part about the original effect, sorry I'm overexposed here. I apologize. It just hit a nice little sun that we got here in the southern tip of the southern frenulum of the United States here. But yeah, I agree. It's fucking retarded. Right, the whole point is that you're showing them this lesson how to shuffle cards, and of course you say, oh look, I've been so good at this for many years, and you find the kings, and then they win because they found the aces. So it's good for them to win, right? I don't understand why you have to sneak a little win in there as a magician. You don't need that. You definitely don't need that. But yeah, he also has a little mirror thing that you could see here. Right, that he adds for no fucking reason. But I definitely agree with this. Let me see this one here. There's one that I just saw about Rob Stiff. A critical examination about the films of Rob Stiff and Magic Makers Part 2. These nuts. Rob Stiff is my favorite fucking magic brand, right? Rob Stiff is from Magic Makers Inc. My audio is echo-ish. My audio is mono-ish. Right, that's the problem, but it's not echo-ish. Okay, it's mono-ish. But as far as the Satchel, good to see you, Satch, the Satch man, the Satch can, good to see you, dog. But as far as this one, if you're not familiar with Magic Makers Inc., they used to make the worst magic videos, like the worst magic videos, not because of the production quality, but because of how awkward the maker is, not the maker, the guy who runs the whole thing, the CEO, Rob Stiff. So he also has the greatest name in all of magic, Rob Stiff. And these are the more recent ones. And by recent, I mean maybe in the past, I would say 2-3 years, right? But as far as this, they have ridiculous production quality, right? But then the stuff is so fucking cringeworthy, right? And I remember he had a DVD that I watched on the Balducci levitation from many years ago that was on that. What's this? Yada, yada, yada. Okay, let me close that. Did I get a delivery? Delivered. My Amazon order has been delivered. So that's something I need to grab before it's sent to somebody else. But yeah, Rob Stiff is one of those people that's hysterical. His whole thing is he's just like this weird, cringy dude, and he's not a magician. So if you ever watch, I think there's a thing called, what do you call this? Simon Lavelle Toolbox, or Simon Lavelle has a couple projects with Magic Makers Inc. And man, you just see like this. He's a himbo. I think he's a himbo. Like, he's not an ugly guy, right? He's what I would say is a very attractive, conventional dude. Chiseled chin. He's got a little bit of a butt chin, but he's like a himbo. And he's asking these weird questions that should be obvious to anyone that does magic, but not to him. They weren't obvious to him because he fucking he was asking just the weirdest shit. So if you ever get a chance to watch those particular projects, I believe it's Simon Lavelle, and I forgot what the actual individual name of the projects are, but it's through Magic Makers Inc. So this is the same shit. I have to imagine. So let's check these boys out. I hope that I don't get fucking hit with copyrights because of the audio, but let's see. So this is called The Secret Hand. It's 4 minutes. I don't want to watch the whole thing. Don't let me down, T-Mobile. Don't fucking let me down. I've been sucking your dick for the past fucking hour. Don't let me down, dog. Fuck. Is the production quality too high for Robert Stiff? Prop with a lot of potential. Okay.
Hello?
Dick, I'm in terrible danger. We've got to leave Whitewood at once.
Danger? But from what?
We've got to leave... I don't know why I let you pick. I hate horror films. I'm paranoid enough as it is.
It's an old movie. It's barely even scary.
It doesn't matter. It's still creepy. TJ! Why? I'm freaked out enough!
I'm sorry. Oh, pizza's here.
Maybe make sure that guy doesn't have a knife before you answer the door.
Oh, please, it's just some high schooler who probably has too much Axe cologne on.
Or it's an old man with an axe.
Right, yeah.
There's a porno. Do they fuck? I really hope that this ends up with just hardcore penetration. Could you imagine? Out of nowhere, you're watching a Magic demo video and you expect, oh man, it's just the trick, the prop, whatever. No, it ends in full, like, hard, like, just visible penetration.
Well, don't let the Wolfman get you while I'm gone.
Not funny.
It's $12. Here you go, man. Keep the change. Yeah, thanks. Here it is. Hope you like anchovies.
You're hilarious.
What? They're really good.
You like the weirdest foods. Wait, there's no anchovies on here? TJ! You're gonna give me a heart attack!
Sorry, it's just too easy.
Oh, I can't help it. I get jumpy when I'm nervous. Wait, what is this?
It's a secret hand. I got it from Rob, that guy from the magic shop.
You know you get to clean all this up now, right?
Whoa, no. You got it all over the floor after it spilled all over.
Yeah, but I wouldn't have spilled it if you hadn't scared me.
Okay, yeah, I'm not gonna watch the whole thing. I'd watch them fuck. I definitely watch them fuck. But Magic Makers Inc. is one of those companies that every time I hear about them, I'm like, man, Rob Stiff killing it, dude. Robert Stiff is killing it with his game. Let me see some of these comments. I'm sorry, I've been ignoring them like a terrible person. Chris Ramsey, the poseur. Okay. How to get dumped, right? Yeah, how to get dumped. Could you imagine if you're a woman and you have to deal with that on a constant basis? I'd be fucking exhausted. I wouldn't fucking deal with that. It's like, oh, what, baby, why are you breaking up with me? Why are you breaking up with me? Dude, it's because you're exhausting. You're constantly doing these little stupid fucking pranks with your stupid little hand. You think you're a magician. You're nothing. You're a loser. And you have a small dick. Not worse than Jabrizi. Shirley, what's a himbo? It's like a male bimbo, right? Bimbo, but himbo. It's a himbo. I thought that would have been obvious by the word. Let's see. But yeah, he performs in Vegas. I feel like that makes sense for the people he performs for. Yeah, I agree. It goes, ugh, I can't stand when people have that cringe performance raised octave voice, right? Like, hi, I'm a theater student. Is that I was talking to, I forgot who. Or the guys from COVID, from Xavier's team, right? We're talking about that, about the difference between a magician that's more conversational when it comes to presenting his effects and magicians that turn into someone, and they turn into this, weird, hi, I'm a theater student, and you puff up your chest and you're there, and it's like, who the fuck is this guy? I was just talking to a nerd for 20 minutes, and then now when you're performing, you're here doing the whole theater thing. So I agree with that. Let's see. Is this a new episode of Loki? Is it? Does it look like a new episode of Loki? Does this look like a new episode of Loki? It might look like a new episode of Intervention, right? Inevitably, when my whole family comes to the door and says, hey man, listen, you need to stop. You need to stop. So let's go through here. Funnily enough, my mother's, I didn't know my mom didn't know about my channel until now. So I recently went to her house. She's been avoiding people because of COVID, which it's a good thing. I'd rather not go and have her quell her fears about COVID. And I saw her a couple of days ago, or yesterday. It seems like days ago now, but it was yesterday. I was hammered. So I don't, my memory of yesterday is pretty hazy. But I was talking to her, and she started watching my shit. And she's like, dude, you're fucking hysterical. This is odd to be complimented by my mother in regards to videos about dick jokes. Let's see this one. I know this one with my dick. Not if the sex is as bad as they're acting, right? Yeah, that's the other part. I love that. And then he goes, oh, I met it from that new magic guy, Rob Stiff. Oh, fuck. There's anchovies on the pizza. There's a anchovy on the pizza. It says, Butchest the pig. It says Butchest the pig. Thank you for that, man. Thank you. I appreciate that. That's a great one. That's a great one. I hate that it's above the scope of what I'm capable of thinking of. So that's the part that I don't like about it. That it's funny, but I I'm not capable of that level of humor. Miami Ice Rink is only 16 minutes away from you. Let's do this charity event we've been planning. Oh yeah, that's great. Yeah, let me agree to a fight with a guy who plays hockey on an ice rink. Yeah, that sounds great. Like a great plan that isn't definitely favored towards one particular party in that particular interaction, oxymoron. That seems perfectly level, right, and reasonable, especially with a person that is probably 60 pounds more in terms of weight, and also taller. That seems like a perfectly reasonable fight. I'll just put on some skates, right, and we'll duke it out in an ice rink. That seems safe on my behalf. You fuck. It's because you're exhausting, Eric Leclerc. Yeah, that's the other one, man. I remember doing the interview with Eric and then meeting him in Magi Fest, and I told a story about the first thing he did for me. Within 5 seconds, I was already grabbing something that he put his dick on and seeing his dick. And he has a good sized dick. He doesn't have a huge dick, but he has a dick that's a good size for the pounding. And it's one of my favorite tricks that's ever been done on me, which is holding a card box and being told to name any card. And he made a prediction beforehand on his phone, and I had to hold the card box in a specific way. And the video is of him putting his penis on the same exact spot of the card box that I'm holding. Thank you, Eric. I appreciate that. React to top 10 best self-defense guns. Yeah, that definitely seems like a type of PigCake. The type of although I do seem to have quite a bit of people that do support carrying guns, right? So maybe that might have a correlation with the PigCake community. But I'm not a huge gun guy, man. I'm not a huge gun guy. I mean, I'll get one, right? But again, as I said earlier, you don't want to use it. You want to have it there, but you don't want to use it. You never want to ever have a reason to take it out, unfortunately. And luckily in this neighborhood, even though it's kind of, relatively hoodie, you do have your characters. Nobody's dangerous. It's not like it's, you're not going to have peril being here. So luckily I'm happy in that sense. I'll squat down. If you crossed out 4 letters on your shirt, it would say Mini Magician. As I mentioned before, I was very tempted to purchase this shirt. Let me see if I could find it. This one. I was tempted to purchase it, but I realized, you know what? Nah, I'm good. Let's see. Shirts. Let me see if I could find it here. Fuck. No, there are so many. How about if I just look this up? I'm sure that's probably going to be it. Jesus, why have a podcast that's so similar sounding to something that's already available in the market? So I'm going to find Shazam Magic. Okay, let's see if that's easier to find. Okay, Shazam shirts. Okay. Oh my fucking God, man. How hard is it to find this shit? Jesus, at least PigCake, you find it. And whereas I have to combat with like pigs and stuff, right? Or pigs and people that make cakes. You could easily find my shit. You could definitely easily find my shit. But if I look up this, my goodness, it's like trying to pull teeth. So swag. Now I have to look at the official website. I have to. Am I showing anything there? No. Okay. What? Okay. This is. Yeah. So I want to buy this shirt. I want to buy this shirt. Right here. That says, first, do the card tricks, then I smash the patriarchy. So I wanted to buy the shirt, support the podcast, right? I want to support their podcast and purchase a shirt and then wear it out. Wear it out, I wear this one out from time to time. I don't like wearing shirts with stuff on it, right? I like the little logo for the PigCake. I like the little logo for the ham radio shirt. I don't like having a huge, massive shirt, but, we're working out or whatever. I wear a logo shirt. So I'll wear this. But I didn't buy it. So let's see what else they have on their website. This one says, don't touch me. Don't touch me. Okay. I don't know the message behind that one, but I wouldn't have considered purchasing that one. Let's see what else. So is there other stuff? I know there was one that I saw that I definitely wanted to purchase. And I think I am. But where is it? Where the fuck is it? I know that there's another one here. So this is a sale. Come on, man. Okay, regular. I hope that this is not all the shirts. Okay. There's fucking A, man. I know that there's another one. I know that literally there's one that has like a bunch of, maybe it's a sticker. No, I know it's a shirt. Maybe women's. Okay, I guess that they probably have a woman version of the shirt, but they don't have it for men's, right? Nope. I am so much speaking. Okay. All right. Then again, I really can't judge anybody's merch line when you look at the ham radio / PigCake line of merch, right? Because my line of merch is pretty rough. But I don't know. I was considering buying one of those shirts. Let me see if I find the other one that I saw. There was one that I saw that was quite the shirt. Quite the shirt. So let me see the name. Okay, so I forgot the exclamation points. I realized that that's part of it. So exclamation point, shirt magic. Okay. Don't let me down, Bing. Don't let me down. You've already let everybody down who's fucking used your shitty online search engine. Don't let me down. I looked up exactly what it is, verbatim. Don't fuck me. Don't fuck me. That's what I have to deal with using Bing. Jesus Christ. Eat the rich. Yeah, that's the other one. Smash the Baker. It sounds like you're sleeping your way up the ladder. We're glad to announce the sponsorship of the charity boxing event. Oh, thank you for that. At Palacio Lo Jugo. I'm sure you could probably contribute a lot, seeing that you sell a lot of jugos. I saw a new juice recently. Also, weird thing about Palacio Los Jugos, they have like some weird, like medical claims with the juices that they have in the store that I'm sure aren't approved. Like I'm sure they're just speaking out of their ass. They're like, oh, doctors love this particular juice. No, because it's literally all sugar. It's all processed and natural sugar. Like it's not something healthy. So I gotta go by there, take a picture. I don't know if anybody would care, but it's an odd thing to have. Come on, Google. No, my goodness. I feel like I have to go to Google. What a fucking disappointment you are, Bing. You are the world's biggest disappointment. Zam podcast merch. All this to look for this fucking stupid shirt. God fucking damn it. Don't say I'm not dedicated. All right? Don't say I'm not dedicated. No, search instead for this. I'm not a robot. I have to verify all the pictures with fucking motorcycles. Thank you. Thank you, Google. My fucking goodness. So, merch, am I going to find it after all this fucking time that I've been wasting? Now I'm getting myself upset because of how hard it is to find. Okay. Merch, please fucking show me. Okay. That's the shirt. Yes, finally. God. So fucking long. So there's the other shirt that I want to procure for myself. This one right here. This shirt. So I want to wear this shirt down an airport. Right? That seems like the type of thing that I would put on unironically, right? Along with my feminist magician shirt. The shirt says Shazam, and it has a definition that I don't want to read out loud. I think I can't read it out loud. But that's the other one that I wanted to read or purchase. So I don't know. Maybe I might be purchasing 2 shirts from Shazam coming up. Let's see. Don't touch me is a little odd. That was the Latin motto of my first unit, Noli me tangere, and everybody thought it was hilarious. That is weird. That is weird, though. I don't get that one, right? I get the other one, I guess, if you're really dropping all the tropes of the patriarchy, but I don't get that one, the don't touch me. That's kind of an odd one. Let's see where, okay, yeah, the fucking Jesus fuck. Smash the Patriots, Sleeping Away. I already read that one. You should fight your regulars in the comment section for charity. I think that's a joke. I think that's a joke that they're trying to appropriate here as to me potentially getting into fights with people that are probably going to kill me because they've been in many fights for some odd reason, maybe disagreements, right, that we've had. I don't know for what. Maybe political disagreements. That's kind of a shitty thing. That's almost what's it called when you try to physically intimidate and or stop someone that you disagree with politically? What's it called? I'm trying to remember what they had. It's a word. I hear it all the time. You disagree with someone politically, and they want to stop you physically from having your beliefs. What's it? Fascia, something like that, right? I think that's maybe what's happening here, right? I hate that I have to look at 3 fucking monitors to see myself. The one that got into the egg, our medical claims are proved. The one that got into the egg, that's weird. Okay. The "Don't Touch Me" shirt's a little fat. That's funny. The symbolism could be, yeah, but it's kind of weird. Kind of a weird line of merch. Then again, look at me. All right, I have a shirt that says "Show up with my dick tall." I wore that shirt Friday. I wore that shirt out on Friday, and I had a couple people glance in and giggle at it. So if you're a person that procures that particular shirt, just know that you're gonna get some giggles in public. So that's a fun one. But apart from that, you know what? I think that's the stream, my friends. I think this has been a fun one. I think it's been good, right? We've had a lot of different topics, some magic, some life. I don't know if there's anything else, right, that's prevalent in the PigCake community here. I checked the Discord. There's nothing fun on the Discord, which is fine. It's acceptable. It's a barren place. It's dead. But I think from now moving forward, I definitely want to push that a little bit more, just in terms of, having a better way of leaving links for things on the show. Right? I think that there's a nice communication that could be done between Discord and that. And I also want to add more little, I hate all the fucking other things that streamers put under shit, right? I hate that they put oh, look, here's this or here's that. But I do want to add some things to add to this, right? I do want to add some other things to that, because I think that would at least look better than this, right? Because what is this? You got some Japanese commercials from the 80s playing behind you, right? The laptop is it's fucking half the frame. Look at that. It's the majority, or not majority, but it's the biggest thing in the frame, right? So I need to fix certain things here. But as far as that, I definitely want to work on that. Maybe have little things that come up when somebody unsubscribes from the channel, right? That'd be a fun one. So a subreddit. I know. I tried the subreddit. I have one. I have a subreddit, but yeah, no, man. That's also dead. Subreddit's also way dead. I think the Discord is at least less dead than that one. But apart from that, I'll fix the weird audio issue for the next stream. I'll be playing games from time to time, like Minecraft, on the channel. I'm not going to leave those videos up. I leave them unlisted. So I don't know if you want to, put the notification shit, but I'll be streaming Minecraft throughout the week, or other dumb stuff where we could talk about magic. But apart from that, man, thank you guys for joining. Thank you guys for being the fun community that you are. All of you guys, each and every single one of you. I appreciate you. All right, even though sometimes we might have quarrels, right? Quarrel, like from that Walking Dead show. We have some quarrels from time to time, but just know you're loved and appreciated, right? And I'm not just saying that. I mean that. All right, I mean that, because if it wasn't for the PigCake community, I wouldn't be a PigCake, right? I wouldn't be that. It doesn't matter that my subs are tanking. It doesn't matter that the disconnect between my viewership and my sub count is ridiculous, and the separation is way more than it needs to be. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, because I'm happy to be here, happy to be doing magic stuff, and every Sunday, dog. Every Sunday, I'm here. PigCake, PigCast, and throughout the week, I'll be playing some dumb games on the channel, so look out for those. But thank you, guys, and as always, remember that Eugene Burger was kind of weird, so I'd look into him before you post glowing reviews. Let's go. Let's